How happy are you for students to turn up to that trade show en masse?
I'm
They
perfectly
can
happy.
learn and-
Yeah, I think it's a real balance. And I think, so in good times, exhibitors will say, well, they're the specifiers of the future. Brilliant, that's great. Other times, they'll be like, well, they just came and nicked all my pens, all my mugs, and, threw away my literature. And I think we need to do it in the right way. So we reach out to local colleges, we arrange proper times for them to come in. In an ideal situation, I would have almost a day dedicated to that, and we put on bespoke content. We haven't done that recently, and it's probably something we do need to start doing.
Is that a plan of yours, or have you just literally
Just thought
just
that.
thinking
So yeah,
about it
probably
now?
will do. We'll probably
Okay, heard it
see
here
how many
first.
times I mention it to my
There we
marketing
go.
team. So no, we do need to do it in a more choreographed way. I think what frustrates me is that no matter, so I think last year we had something like 400 students come to the show. Now some of those students are also part 1 and part 2 architectural students. You have to be over 16 to come to our show anyway. So I would said we probably had 200 or 300, college students. And, you do all your post-show research, and in your post-show exhibitor research, you'll say too many students at the show. Now, that would predominantly come from the brands that put a racing car on their stand or a sweet shop, and they wonder why they're not getting the serious conversations with tier 1 contractors or architects where they've got a golf simulator. And I think it's that sort of, I think we need to look at how we exhibit and how we attract that talent, because for me, we shouldn't be inspiring the next generation of architects or house builders by having a open tin of roses and a golf simulator. I think we should be inspiring them in the right way.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm just, as you're speaking there, remembering a time when I went to EcoBuild, and I absolutely loved it because I waited right until the end, and I was willing to invest the time, because there was this piece of apparatus and these lights came up, and you touched the light that you was on, you touched it, the light went off, and another light came on automatically in another area.
Yeah.
And so the aim of the game is how many lights can you turn off within a set period of time. Now, I'm super competitive, especially at things like that. And I'm like, right, I am going to be number 1. And so I spent, I kid you not, at least an hour on that stand just learning to come top. And I came top, and the prize was a Nintendo 64. And I gave it to my son, and he was super happy. I was not interested. I could not tell you what they were trying to sell, but I just saw that activity as, this is something that's going to make me feel real good. When I get to the top, I win the prize, and that's all I've remembered it for. So that's what has just come to my mind from what you're saying.
We're seeing the step change now, though. So, for example, we're working with our registration partner is Heidelberg Material, and that's sort of, it used to be Hansen, so the concrete brand and cement, and they're very keen to engage with students. But we do it in the right way. So they've sponsored our student registration. So when a student registers, then we will send them some messaging, and they're going to be bespoke content at the event for them, because they want to find the engineers of tomorrow. And I think that's the way to do it, is actually to say to them, look, we're crying out for engineers. So we want to go back to them with career progressions, job routes into this. That's the way we should be doing it.
Absolutely right. And there's a huge market, from what I've seen out there, of young people wanting to know what's available. And there are so many different ways for them to find out what's available. But definitely, whoever's listening to this, don't put that apparatus up, because all they'll care about is winning the prize.